Hey friends, Russ here again, having more Daisy lever gun fun. And here's a little lever gun that we talked about in about 2 videos ago. This happens to be the Red Rider conversion to a mare's leg. And I'll show you some of the finer points, but what we're concentrating on is the buttstock. It's not made out of wood. This is one of those plastic ones. And if you remember, I said if you have plastic buttstock and you cut it, you have all these voids in here. So what we did was some filling up, and within the last half inch or so, we put some epoxy in there to make it solid and somewhere for these screws to grab onto. And instead of doing the metal butt plate like I usually do, just for grins and giggles, we went with a piece of wood here and made a butt plate, countersunk the screws, and we secured those into that epoxy so it's nice and tight. And how we finished off the plastic was to hide all the scratches and gouges that were in it. I took some steel wool and rubbed those out, went over it with some satin finish, and that's what it looks like. The rest of the gun, of course, is done up in black, and we put a little gloss on it. This forearm is not plastic. Could have been if I had one to put on there. This is actually one of the Red Rider wood forearms, and it was stained to be not a perfect match, but at least compatible with the brown effect on this plastic buttstock. And as you can tell, these plastic stocks do fit the profile that's currently being used on the Red Riders. Naturally, I gave it my little loop effect on here because it makes it easier to caulk, and it also gives it that look of the mare's leg. On the front, I did cut down the barrel, and what I used to do on these was I'd take the front of the part of the barrel that had the sight and the loading gate, and I would adhere that in. I would take a section out of the center, would push this back, put a sleeve on the inside, would secure that. But what I did on this one was I used one of my homemade band sights that have the little extension on the band to hold the fake magazine in place. And that works out really well. So to get the loading gate in properly, I just used a Dremel grinder and cut the appropriate size little rectangle out of the metal. So this is all one piece of metal from here back with this band on it. This is cut short. It's still secured the way it was originally inside of the forearm. And here you have it. This is a Red Rider mare's leg conversion with a plastic stock. Usually I'll use wood, but just for fun, I thought maybe you would show that it is actually possible to reuse some of those plastic stocks on something other than their original size. Hey friends, you have a great night. If you get a chance, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day.